Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to break down my acquisition strategy that I use to sign 6K plus clients. Now, if you're wondering who the hell is this guy and why should you even listen to a word that he has to say? Well, first of all, I spent the last 4 years of my life running agencies. I've generated multiple six figures in revenue for my clients. As you can see here, I have a couple of screenshots, the results here and there. If you want, you can also check out our website. It's going to be in the first link down below in the description. So you can do your own due diligence and actually make sure that I'm legit pretty much. And also I've invested in and learned from the best guys in the market. For example, Nick Setting, who right now is making 300K per month. I also have a video testimonial with him. If you want to check that out, it's pretty cool. You can just find it here. I have some more of these testimonials like this one, how Carlo made 11K in 5 days, blah, 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 blah. And also, most importantly, I've been able to scale my own business from $0 to $30,000 per month. So what I want to do in this video is to break down exactly what is the acquisition system, the acquisition strategy that I've used to generate these outcomes so that you can copy and paste exactly what I did and get the exact same results, if not hopefully even better. So what is the first thing that you need? The first thing that you need, and the most important one, is one predictable acquisition system. Now, content is not predictable. 1 month, you could be pulling in 200K views on YouTube and make, let's say, 100K a month from it. Next month, you could be pulling in 100K views on YouTube and make 50K a month from it. Just went from 100 to 50 in a time span of a month in this example. This is everything but predictability. You cannot control the exact amount of views and revenue that you'll generate from content. You obviously can assume what is going to work best, but you'll never be able to fully control the exact amount of output produced by your content. So now you may be wondering, where is predictability then? Predictability primarily comes from paid advertising, outbound acquisition, and similar, this realm in general. Maybe you have some similar systems that I don't know about, but that work pretty much the same. Now, once you find proof of concept and once the system is consistent enough with the results that it's generating, here you can decide exactly what will be the outcome that you're going to get. And let me explain why. Let's say your outbound system is sending 10K messages every single month. You're booking around 90 to 100 calls from it, and you're generating, let's say, around 50 to 70K a month from it. If you want to double the amount of revenue that you'll generate next month, all you need to do here is double the amount of volume. If you send 20K messages next month instead of 10, you'll most likely double the revenue that you're generating simply because we have predictability. Now, it's extremely important though that you have consistency also within the system, because if 1 month you send 10K messages and you make like 50K a month from it, obviously that needs to be repeated on a long enough period of time, ideally 3 to 6 months. That's when you have predictability, and that's when you know that if you double the amount of volume, you will possibly and most likely double the amount of revenue that you're generating, because we have, again, predictability. With content, even if you decide to double the amount of videos that you'll create, there's no guarantee that you'll double your revenue. Why? Because these videos are not guaranteed to double the amount of views and ultimately the revenue that you'll generate next month. But with the outbound system, if you send 20K messages instead of 10, you are sending 20K messages, and those messages are being sent. With the videos, you can create more, but you're not guaranteed to get the same amount of views as the other videos because it's content. With outbound and ads, you are in full control, and once you have a system, obviously, again, that works consistently. Now, let's say you're spending 10K a month to generate 50K a month from the ads. If you spend 20K a month instead, you'll most likely double the revenue that you're generating. However, and this is very, very important, this isn't an infinite lever. At some point, these systems will hit their ceiling, and scaling beyond that won't get you the same linear results, obviously. Now, once you have one or more predictable acquisition systems, and if you don't have one currently, you have a bunch of videos onto my channel that you can check out where I break down these exact same systems, again, for 100% free, obviously. Then, once you have one or more, you need content. Now, content will serve as an amplifier for the other acquisition systems. Once someone gets inside of your funnel via the other acquisition systems, then you want to redirect the prospect onto your content. Here, the content will help you with the selling, since it will warm up and nurture the prospect a lot more because they're actively consuming it. Exactly what I'm doing right now in this exact same video. They get to see who you are, your personality, your skills, knowledge, and expertise, and most importantly, they will start to like you, and people invest into you. Why? There are thousands of other competitors doing exactly what you do and offering exactly what you offer. And the only reason your prospects choose you over them is simply because they like you more. For example, when I've invested into Nick Setting, I was also looking at Charlie Morgan. Why did I choose Nick Setting? Because Nick Setting was just 1 year older than me, so I related with him more, and then obviously I liked him more. And in general, I liked his personality more, and I liked him as a person more than Charlie Morgan. So even if Charlie had probably 10x the outcomes of Nick as of Nick Setting, I still decided to go with Nick because I liked Nick more. So your personality and your identity plays a huge role when creating content, because people need to like you. And if they like you, they're gonna choose you over other people, even if your stuff is more expensive, you have less outcomes, and all of that good stuff in between. Now, it is extremely important though to create niche and specific content for the audience that you want to help. Views don't matter, your fancy setup doesn't matter, your microphone quality doesn't matter, the value that you provide is what matters the most. For example, even if this setup is, I wouldn't say that bad, right now I'm recording this video with my iPhone camera, because the camera that I have here, which is, let me see if I can pull it off. This one, I paid a couple $100 for this, but it's fucking trash because sometimes it just shuts down. So instead of buying a new one, I just said, okay, like I just need to provide value. Why do I want to spend another like $300-400 on a camera? No, I'll just use the iPhone. This works great. People can see me, right? So that's all you need. Like the value that you provide is 97% of the video. Then you have, yes, the camera, the setup, the microphone, whatever. This microphone here is like $25. Costs nothing. I don't have the other like $200, something, whatever. You want to give value and not sell. This is very important. Also, Alex Hormozi says this. The selling needs to come naturally from the prospect because they are interested to learn more about what you do. Eventually, you'll get to a point where a good portion of your revenue will come from the content itself, obviously if you are consistent enough. You don't want to have content as your primary source of acquisition, again, because of predictability, number one, which I just explained. Second of all, because you need to be extremely consistent. So if you miss the content, then you have no traffic at all. And then third, it takes a lot of time. Content, maybe not a lot, but content takes time in general. If you want to build a brand, if you want to build a YouTube channel, whatever, where you want to capitalize there, eventually it's going to take time. Not eventually, it's going to take time. So you don't want to have it as your primary acquisition system. And guys, this will never be our primary object to actually get to a point where we're getting all of this revenue from the actual content. Our primary object will always be to amplify the other systems with the content itself. You want to think about content as an added bonus. And lastly, guys, we have the cheat code. And this has been extremely beneficial for my business in terms of making more revenue. And this is nothing other than follow-ups. Now, before you click off this video, let me explain why follow-ups are actually important. Once someone gets into your funnel or knows about what you do, you must not leave them until they either tell you to go fuck yourself or buy. Almost, guys, and this is so important, almost 60% of the revenue that I'm generating comes directly from follow-ups in some way, shape, or form. And the beauty about follow-ups is that they are so simple. You don't need new acquisition systems. You don't need new VSLs. You don't need new content. You don't need new landing pages. You just need to follow up until they either say no, worst case scenario, or best case scenario, they say yes. You don't need to implement nothing new. Just say, hey, John, did you see this? And guys, especially if you're doing B2B, business owners are busy, myself included. I tend to forget a lot of stuff. So maybe someone has pitched me something pretty cool. Maybe I forget. They send me a message. Oh, shit, I have to do this. Wait, let me get it done. It's the same thing. People forget. Like, it's normal. Just follow up. You're not going to annoy them again. Worst case scenario, they tell you no, bye, and you just leave them. But best case, they say yes, and what happens with me, then almost 60% of the revenue that I'm generating comes directly from follow-ups every time. So whichever way you're going to use, always follow up until a yes or a no. Now, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you found it valuable and also helpful. And if you have any ideas, any suggestions that you would like me to create for the next videos, please let me know inside of the comments so I can create the best videos for you to help you in the best possible way. This is everything for today, guys. Thanks again for sticking till the end, and I will see you on to the next one. Bye-bye.